Good evening. My name is Detective Victor Gemini. Please, come have a seat. Now, it says here that your name is Rose Cortez. Is that correct?
Yes.
I am terribly sorry for your loss. I understand how frightened you must feel. Seeing such a tragic loss can cause quite the emotional pain. I've seen many unsettling scenes in this profession. Someone like you shouldn't have to see such things. Here, would you like some water or tea, perhaps?
Tea. Chamomile, if you have any.
Ah, a good choice. I will have one of my officers brew some for you. Now then, you must be wondering why I invited you here.
Am I in trouble, sir?
In trouble? No, not quite. You see, I believe you might be able to help us solve this Nightshade case. I know this is a delicate matter for you, but if you can be completely honest with us, you can do justice for the loss you suffered. I promise you that your eyewitness statement will be anonymous.
I don't know if I have the strength to...
Please, Miss Rose. You are the only survivor that could bring her justice. I promise I will do everything in my power to protect you once this is all over. Look, I know this is short notice. I understand you haven't had proper time to grieve. Yet with your help, we could prevent more further loss.
Okay. I'll do it.
Oh, that would be the tea. Would you care for some sugar?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here you go. Now, are you ready to begin, Miss Rose? If you feel uncomfortable answering any questions, you may feel free to skip them. However, please understand the less information we have, the more it will hinder in solving this case.
All right. I'll give it a try.
All right. October 21st, 2203. This is Detective Victor Gemini interviewing Rose Cortez for the Nightshade Case. This is a live recording between this room and the officer at the other side for safety precaution. Now, Rose, it says on your file that you have a photographic memory. Can you please explain what that is?
I suppose so. Photographic memory is the ability to remember an event in a way that is vivid and with details. It doesn't happen all the time, and there's not a lot of research about it. Still, having photographic memory, it's a blessing and a curse.
I can safely guess that tonight, it is a curse in this case. Why don't you start at the very beginning? Please take your time.
I was invited to a hike with my twin. Her name was Daisy. God, she was always more outspoken than I was. I don't really mind. She tried to help me with my confidence. She would have been a great teacher.
I am so sorry. Such a loss. Losing a twin, that must be like...
The most painful thing imaginable. Jesus, I felt like I lost a part of myself. Anyway, when I met up with her, I knew that something was wrong. Call it a twin sense. She was quiet and distant. When I asked her what's wrong, she insisted that she was fine, but I know her too well. I pushed, expressing my concern, and she finally broke down.
If this is getting too much for you, Miss Rose, please, take a second to compose yourself. And don't hesitate to drink your tea. It will help you relax. You wouldn't want to get too cold now, would you?
I'm going to keep trying. Where was I? Daisy told me that she discovered that her boyfriend cheated on her. She was so devastated, so I just let her cry it out, telling me everything. When she finished venting, she was feeling lightheaded. She had type 1 diabetes, and her stress made her forget to monitor her blood sugar. She tried to fearfully tell me not to leave her alone, but her health was too important for me to ignore. I helped her sit by a tree while I ran to the car to grab my unopened soda can to increase her blood sugar. It was 5 minutes away, so I ran as fast as I could. By the time I got my soda can, I thought I heard
What did you hear, Miss Rose?
a scream. I heard her scream. I didn't think too much about it. I just ran back to try and help her. That's when I saw a man.
A man? One you didn't notice around the area before? Can you describe him for me, please? Or would you like to take a break right now?
I appreciate that, but if I stop now, I don't think I have the courage to finish this nightmare.
I understand, Miss Rose. My apologies. Please, continue.
His face was hidden by a regular hat. He has a handful of berries. Daisy was chewing on something slowly. Her face was getting pale and pale. Her cheeks stained with tears, her lips quivering in fear, and she fainted. I yelled her name, trying my best to save her. I'll be honest, I panicked. I panicked so much that I forgot to call 911.
A handful of berries, you say? And she was chewing on something she hadn't been prior. This verifies my theory. She was most likely killed by Nightshade.
That's the second time you said that name? Who is that?
I suppose it's fair to explain this to you when you are helping with the case, after all. You see, the Nightshade is an unsolved case that has been keeping me up at night. This civilian has been poisoning their victims from the shadows. They used a variety of poisoning agents, such as sedatives, lethal animal venom, and even toxic berries. You most likely heard her scream for help before she was sedated, and then the killer force-fed her the poisonous berries. Now, what distinguishes the Nightshade trait is the fact that they wear a hat to cover their face. However, you mentioned a he. How do you know that this person who took your sister is a male?
Because I heard him whisper to me.
You heard him? I see. Interesting. Tell me, what exactly did he whisper to you about?
I...
Perhaps it's best if we call it here for now and take an indefinite break. Recounting this evening seems to be taking quite the toll on you.
Okay. I... should.
Easy. The storm just knocked out the power. Everything will be alright. Just give it a couple minutes.
Jordan to Victor. Copy? Victor, report in.
1 second, Miss Rose. This is Detective Victor. I hear you. Over.
That's a good copy. We're having a bit of trouble with our backup generators. Stand by while we try to get them fixed.
Understood. Copy that. Hold on a sec, Miss Rose. It's a bit too dark in here. Let me just... Much better. Now then, let me clean up this mess.
I'll help. It's the least I can do after dropping your mug.
Miss Rose, is something the matter?
This isn't chamomile tea.
I'm sorry? I couldn't hear you. What did you...
This isn't the tea I asked for. I know what the fragments is. Chamomile has a grassy or an apple-like scent. But this tea, it's more bitter. Floral. It almost smells familiar. Where have I...
I think this is a good place for you to rest. The stress has affected you.
I remember what he told me.
Do you now?
It was so awful that I didn't want to repeat it, but... He said... How tragic that you couldn't save your little Daisy. If you hadn't left, she would have been alive. And then he knocked me out. Actually, now that I think about it, that berry Daisy ate, it has that exact scent that tea did. You tried to poison me, didn't you?
Recording deleted.
Detective? What are you?
You're right about one thing. Your photographic memory is a curse. You just had to push through. You couldn't just for once listen to my suggestion and drink the damn tea. It would have been so simple. But no. You had to get scared over nothing. Enough to drop the stupid teacup over a little storm. You had to remember every insignificant detail, didn't you?
You killed my sister. It was you.
No, shh. Don't make a sound. This needle contains venom from the blue-ringed octopus. One small injection will be enough to quietly end your beating heart. Certainly enough to prevent you from screaming. No one will see us as long as the power is out. I can simply tell my superiors that the stress got to you and I had to rush you to the hospital due to a respiratory episode. A clean and undetected move on my end. That's the sound I like to hear.
Oh my god. Oh my god, why?
Why? It's simple. Little Daisy stumbled too deep into business she should have ignored. One of the only few people to witness one of my nightly activities. I had almost gotten away unnoticed. Yet, here comes little Daisy, crying her eyes out because of boyfriend issues. I bet she didn't tell you that part, did she? How she witnessed a murder and fled.
Casey, she tried to warn me and I didn't listen.
Now then, I will tell you exactly what's about to happen. You will return to your seat and confess to the murders. I'll make sure that you have a light sentence.
Ow!
Just as long as you keep your mouth shut. If you don't do as I say, well, I know how to make accidents happen. I am, after all, a detective who's doing his part to help during a medical emergency. Or I could always put you in a padded room. Now, sit.
You won't get...
Away with this? What a cliche statement. Once I finish this pointless confession, you can rest assured in your new cell that I will move on. There is nothing you can do to save yourself. Not even your special memory will help.
Memories.
Perfect timing. Victor to Jordan, are you ready to continue the questioning?
I'm ready when you are, Detective.
All right. The storm has corrupted my earlier recording file, yet Miss Cortez has something to say, don't you?
I do. Another memory that I think is important.
Please, tell away.
A needle with a clear liquid inside. He was hiding it in his right pocket on his brown coat.
A needle with clear liquid. I see. And did he inject this needle in you?
Not yet. He plans to inject me in this very room.
Well, it's quite normal for trauma victims to feel paranoid at times.
The tea.
What?
Surely, the officers on the other side of the mirror won't hesitate to check the spilled tea for poison. Or check your coat for that needle. I'm sure they would be curious as to why a detective like yourself is carrying a needle containing... Jesus, what was it called? Right! A venom of a blue-ringed octopus.
You insignificant little...
Stay the hell away from her. Run over here, quick now.
Watch out! Victor has a needle.
Stay right here. I'll investigate this. A needle with a foreign, colorless substance. Did you drink this tea, miss?
No, I was about to, but the power outage scared me.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't drink it then. Head on over to the break room. I'll speak to you after this.
Don't think you're safe, Rose. This will live on in your precious memory after all. You're on my list.
You are under arrest for the attempted attack on a civilian, as well as various other crimes. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will be held against you in the court of law.